don't remember anything. Wait, maybe I have.
You looking for it?
Well, let's see if it
Joe.
holds.
Attorney?
Yeah. You have it?
I do.
In case we need it.
Oh, Jerry the rescue.
Wow.
You're alive.
I should have thought to bring my phone.
He will be.
Oh, here comes the deputy. Did you turn this on?
Yes. Well, it's at 4:30.
I do have Joe, should I message him to call in, or?
He's still not in, so
What's that?
he hasn't called in.
Yeah,
yet,
I would
so.
just message him and say, just check in, 4:30. I texted him this afternoon, reminded him.
Yes, we are on.
Is it all right if we have the conversation live?
I would do the meeting and then.
What?
I would do the meeting.
Oh, I mean, he's gonna come in. Okay. Okay, good point.
No, there's some over here.
I don't know if that one works.
I
Here's
keep
another
a
one.
stash down here.
There's a nice pen, I'm telling you.
Oh my goodness, pens everywhere now.
I don't know if they work. They're left on the table, so that's suspicious.
Probably not.
If it's a good pen, you don't leave it.
It is 4:30.
Okay. All right, welcome to the July 31st special meeting of the Village Board. If you could join me in the Pledge of Allegiance, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, so we just have one task. As everyone's aware, we're still under a water emergency, and we are trying to get our second water supply, Lower Baxter, up and running. In doing so, it was determined that the pipe on Grandview cannot handle the amount of water that we are now sending to it, which warranted us to be able to increase the size of that pipe. So we have a resolution to pass in order to have this be an additional task within the Lower Baxter overall project. So everyone has a copy of the resolution. I'm sure you've all had a chance to review it. But it says, therefore be it resolved by the Village Board of the Village of Pauling as follows. The condition is hereby determined to constitute a public emergency as set forth in the general municipal law. And the mayor is authorized to execute an amended agreement. The mayor is authorized to execute any other documents necessary and proper in the furtherance of the amended agreement. Does anybody have any questions? This is for TNA Construction, who is the vendor for Lower Baxter. So this is an additional item for them to complete under the Lower Baxter project.
And the, John, you had a chance to review his estimate. It falls in line with your costs?
Yes, I did. In fact, it was well timed because Anderson bids just opened, and he was very much in line with the low bidders on the Anderson Way project. So his numbers are very, very low compared to some that we got. So it was he wants to get this done.
Terrific.
So the health department has given us permission to move forward on this. If the contractor was willing and able to move forward with this project, which TNA has let us know that they are.
Okay.
So,
And his time frame for getting started? Any idea?
John, I guess we still have some approval things to go through before we can get started.
We're very close to sending it back to the, we got minor comments from the health department. We'll have them back this week, back in front of Jim, and then we just need to deal with EFC and Seeker. But Gary actually wants to start at least test pitting to try and make sure, to find locations of the big 16-inch and where he wants to tap it, and actually order materials. So yes, he wants it by next week. He'll be ordering materials and test pitting.
Great.
So the plan is for the new water main to run down Grandview and then onto Orchard and connect at Charles Coleman Boulevard. It will run parallel to the existing water line now, so that we can run that without disturbance to all the homeowners on those streets. And then when the connections need to be made, there'll be a short interruption there for that. There'll then eventually be interruptions for when we connect the service lines, correct, John?
Yeah, each house will then be transitioned to the new line at the curb, and including the curb box.
Yeah. So, all right, so I'm gonna make a motion to approve this resolution, if no further questions.
Yeah, we've always been happy, they did a great job.
Yeah.
So, I'll second
Great.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All right, so we also have to pass, change order a number 11, which is for TNA Construction, and this is for the Grandview work to occur. John, do you wanna walk us through this change order?
Yeah, so the change order, like I said, it includes he has the 8-inch water main, about a little over 1,800 feet, PVC water line at right around $200 a foot, which is, like I said, I had up to $400 on the bids that came in on Anderson. It includes the services, the valves, the tapping sleeve, and the hydrants along the way. So it's a complete package that we would have been bidding if we had to go that way.
So what the health department allowed us to do because of our water emergency and the fact that TNA Construction already has Lower Baxter, and this is just an amendment to the Lower Baxter project, they were allowing us to move forward with a change order and not have to go out to bid for it, which would then take time, so. Does anybody
It
have?
cuts about 2 months off the process.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
So does anybody have any questions regarding this?
No, I think it's a good move.
So can I get a motion to approve change order number 11 for TNA Construction?
I'll make that motion.
And I'll second it.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All right. Is there anything else, Sean, that we need to address, or are we all set?
We're going to deal with Seeker on Monday.
Yes, so we will be putting, so EFC is.
Yeah, I'll be in touch on that.
Okay, thanks, Joe. EFC is questioning whether Seeker was completed for all of Grandview. It was completed for the connection to Grandview, but it's a little questionable of whether it brought us all the way down Grandview, Orchard, and connecting to Charles Coleman. So we're gonna make an amendment to the Seeker to make sure that everything's covered,
Good.
and so that will be on our agenda for Monday.
Okay.
Okay? All right, well, thank you, everyone. Oh, can I get a motion to adjourn?
I'll make that motion.
And I'll second it.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thanks, have a good night.
All right, thank you.